Shake the whole body. Step out to a wider stance. We'll loosen up the waist. Feel like your feet are glued to the floor. The waist is relaxed. The upper body is light and follows where the waist leads it. Now, bring your feet together and we'll loosen up the knees. And change direction. And now the ankles. Change direction. Now the other foot. Change direction. Okay. So today, let's start by reviewing the spring season set from the Four Seasons Medical Qigong. So we have 4 movements, and for those of you who've been through this several times, before I say so, what's the first movement? So think. Okay, so left to right, lift singly to regulate the liver and spleen. We will be using the healing sounds for liver, shoo, and the healing sound for spleen, hoo. Then we begin. Be sure to follow me when I raise my left hand. Raise your left hand so that you will be making the correct sound on the correct organ side. So I'm going to raise my left hand. Raise your left hand in and out. In, out. And when you feel the area around the spleen relax, make the healing sound. The palms kind of face each other. And in and out. In, out, and healing sound for liver. Shoo. Remember to make the sound. I'm making it louder than usual because I want you to hear the sound and remember to make it. So this is in and out. In, out. In and out. In, out, shoo. In and out. In, out, hoo. In and out. In, out, shoo. In and out. In, out, hoo. In and out. In, out, shoo. In and out. In, out, hoo. In and out. In, out, shoo. And we'll do one more round. In and out. In, out, hoo. In and out. In, out, shoo. Now, let's analyze this a little bit. The lower hand is going to be like this or be like this. Okay. This or this. Now, feel your feeling. I was looking for another word for feel, but feeling your feeling here. If we're like this, my spleen area is tight. Now maybe that's just me, but I want my spleen to be relaxed because it's the spleen's turn to be relaxed and the liver's turn to be stretched. So fingertips point straight ahead on the lower hand. Fingertips on the upper hand face in rather than some other direction, because when we go in, we get the best stretch on the organ. As you turn your hand this way or that way, you'll feel the stretch on the organ diminish. Also palm up or palm down. If I turn my palm down, again, the effect on the liver organ diminishes. I want a nice stretch on the liver because it's the liver's turn to be stretched and manipulated and the spleen's turn to relax. And just vice versa on the other side. And remember, of course, that we don't make the healing sound until we feel the area around the organ relax. So we don't go, shoo. We wait. And then the organ relaxes. Then we do, shoo. Okay? Now, you know that there's an enhancement to this exercise. So let's do a few of those. So from the ending spot here, I'm going to raise my, I'm going to switch and start with the left side. So in, out, turn to the side. This hand I want to maneuver so that the liver is relaxed. I don't want it like this. In, come back to the front, out and coo sound. In and out. Nice stretch on the liver. In, come back to the front, out and shoo. In and out. In, come back to the front, out, hoo. In and out. Come back to the front, shoo. In and out. In, come back to the front, out, hoo. In and out. In, come back to the front, out, shoo. Okay. Now, what does that enhancement do? It takes this straight up and down stretch and turns it into a diagonally upward stretch. Okay? So, why don't we, if this was so good, why don't we just start with this? Well, we want to warm up the organs and the area around the organs with a more gentle straight upward stretch before we go to the more vigorous diagonally upward stretch. Okay. And the holding the breath, well, it's not holding the breath really, but the deep breath here. So in, it's not uniform, okay, because it's a deeper breath than in here. In, somewhat deeper, but still not so deep that you tense up the torso. The idea being the organ is stretched up, the diaphragm comes down as you take the deeper breath. And so the manipulation of the organ is enhanced by the bringing the diaphragm down lower with that deeper breath. Okay? Questions on the left, right, lift singly? Okay, so imagine that we finished up. We're in this position. And this allows us to link to white ape plucks the peach. I like a little wider stance. So for left, right, lift singly, maybe hip or shoulder width distance apart. For the white ape plucks the peach, a little bit more than shoulder width. So we turn to the side, in, out, in, out and sound, liver sound, shoo. Palms face each other, in, out, in, out, hoo. Palms facing each other, in, out, in, out, shoo. In, out, in, out, hoo. In, out, in, out, shoo. In, out, in, out, hoo. In, out, in, out, shoo. In, out, in, out, hoo. In, out, in, out, shoo. In, out, in, out, hoo. In, out, in, out, shoo. In, out, in, out, hoo. One more round. In, out, in, out, shoo. In, out, in, out, hoo. Palms face each other, come back to center. You may feel some energy transfer between the palms. If so, that's normal. You can allow that to happen. And so the way he plucks the peach, the hand up, the hand down. So feel in the liver what happens if you turn the hand up versus keeping the hand down. So about right here, I lose any stretch on the liver, okay? Here, I still have a good stretch on the liver, with the palm facing up. So if you have trouble remembering which way the palm should be in the upper hand, and again, analyze with your feeling. So the other hand. So now palms face each other. Let's see. Come across. Palms are facing each other. The lower hand stays down, palm down, okay, rather than palm up. Because with palm down, you get this feeling of you're like a fan. You're like a fan opening up. And the pivot of the fan here is your liver. It would be the spleen on the other side, of course. And you can feel the nice opening stretch. But if you turn this palm up, part of that nice stretch is lost. So this palm faces down. Okay? Any other questions about the white ape plucks the peach? And don't ask like, why is it a peach and not an apple? Because they don't know that. It probably was created in a peach growing region. I don't know. So, okay. So from here then, we go to the next exercise. So we finished up, actually finish up like this. Okay, so now Lohan bows. And as I said earlier, the Lohan is the name of a mythical hero. So there's nothing in Lohan. Keep the same little bit wider than shoulder width distance that I had for white ape plucks the peach. And I'm going to turn my palm up, and I'm going to squeeze the bone here in my forearm into my side, just below the rib cage. There would be no point in squeezing it into the rib cage because the rib cage is going to insulate the effect of the squeeze. So just below the rib cage, and that's where we have the liver, a lot of the liver at least. Squeeze in. So the other hand, I go up, inhale, exhale, hold the position and inhale. Exhale slowly, and about right here, you feel the compression on the liver relax. Now there's a little nicety here where I assume this position for a split second and then go to the other side. It's just a nicety. It makes the exercise feel balanced. So squeezing in here. Exhale. Hold the position. Inhale. Exhale. Balance point and in and out. In. Come up. Exhale. Balance point in and out. In, out, in and out. In, out. 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 in and out, in, out, shoo, in and out, in, out, whoo. One more round, in and out, in, out, shoo, in and out, in, out, whoo. And we return to this position, which gives us a nice link with the next and last exercise. Okay. So you know how this one works, right? We're bent over, so we're compressing the liver and spleen on the other side. And we take a breath. We inhale when we're bent over. And that takes the compression even deeper as the diaphragm drops down on the already compressed liver. And then we come up, we release the compression, and we make the healing sound to release the chi that's built up when we do the manipulation of the liver. The basic principle here is that when the tissues of the organ and the tissues that surround the organ are manipulated by stretching, twisting, compressing, then they get excited and they generate local chi. When we release the manipulation and make the healing sound, then that local chi flows out, releasing stale chi, heat, and helping to open up the organ channel. With the forearm pressing in here. Palm up or palm down. Well, again, it may just be my physiology, but I get a lot more strength of the compression with the palm up than with the palm down, okay? So, palm up. Also, another thing to consider is that if we turn palm down, then the chi channels in the arm are going to be constricted here. Now, none of them is the liver channel, but nevertheless, it's better that we not constrict the chi channels by turning the palm down and then, in effect, twisting the elbow. Okay. Questions on the Lohan bows? So we have one left in the spring season, and that is Zhangwan up and down. So remember that unlike Lohan, Zhangwan is not a person. Zhangwan is an acupressure point. It's the conception vessel number 12. Okay? It's right here. It's right between the navel and the solar plexus at Jihui here. Okay, so Zhangwan. That's significant, so you should know what that name means. Okay, so Zhangwan up and down. Well, we're going to do two types of massage. We're going to do a physical massage, and then we're going to do an energy massage, also called dredging the channels. In this case, it's not going to be any particular channel that we're dredging, but it's going to be the lower abdomen. So we do the physical. So we're going to line up the Lao Gong gates like this. So both palms point in the same direction, the Lao Gong over Lao Gong, and we're going to squeeze in and up. And you know what direction we're going? We're following the course of the large intestine, so we're just going up in the area of the ascending colon. How high do we go up? As high as Zhong because then we start to level off and go across here right over Zhong 1, up and down, right? So up and down, Zhong 1, across the transverse colon and down the descending colon. Now, you could do that physical massage several more times if you wished. But the routine, we only do it once. So it doesn't hurt to do it a few more times. Now, the energy massage. So Lao Gong gate still lined up. We're going to use Faraday's law of magnetic induction, the abundant energy in the Lao Gong. It's going to stimulate the flow of qi in the lower abdomen to help circulate the qi that we've released from the liver, also gallbladder as well as involved in this because it's also being manipulated at the same time. And any bile released from the gallbladder, this physical massage helps to move that along down the digestive system. For this energy massage, mind should be under the palms. We're going to go 9 times. How high? Zhong 1. Mind under the palms. Inhale. Exhale. And why the number 9? Sorry, I lost count. Well, one more. And we'll just imagine that's the 9th. Okay. So, why the number 9? Just because 9's auspicious. There are auspicious numbers in Chinese culture. So, 9 is one of them. 12, 8, and multiples thereof. So 9 is just a number, but it suggests a range. So 8 would be fine, 12 would be fine. But if you stick to the magic auspicious number, it adds a little bit of, shall I say, mystery to the to the exercise, or maybe it's something other than mystery. We don't want to have too much mystery in Qigong because we want people to understand what they're doing and why. So 9, not 81. You could do 81, but that would be something different, okay? That would be the cure for constipation. So it's a range. 100 would work just as well for constipation, or maybe even better. Okay, but 9 won't work for constipation. You get what I'm trying to say, hopefully. Okay, questions on the Zhong up and down? Okay, good. So that's a bit of a deep dive into the spring season. Dr. Yang always taught that, he emphasized that you need to understand the theory. You need to understand what's happening, why it's happening, what to expect, what not to expect. This gives you confidence in your practice, and if you're teaching, it gives you confidence in your teaching. So it's good to know the details. So let's do a little bit of tiger. Tiger animal from the 5 animal sports. So we have 2 hand forms in a tiger animal. So we have the clawing claws. Clawing claws like this, and we have the piercing claws. piercing. I think cats use both types of claws. Piercing claw and clawing claw. We will use, again, the liver and spleen sounds in some of the exercises. These will be moving exercises, so footwork is important to pay attention to. And number of repetitions, 4 to 6 at minimum. That would be like 2 on each side or 3 on each side for, well, they're all symmetrical, so. But you could do more if you had the time and energy to do more, so. First tiger is the tiger wakes up. And the tiger's hungry and is looking all around for food. So, starting, I'll start over here. So, start with the feet together. And as I begin the exercise, I'm going to step the right foot out to hip width distance. I'm going to make the clawing claws. And start working the spine. Inhale here. Exhale here. The circles of the claws get gradually larger. I start to bring in more of the legs. And then I get ready to step out and perform the first Tiger Awakens. I'm going to turn my left foot out 45 degrees. I'm going to step to center and step out. Here I can make whatever sound I want, liver or spleen. Since it's liver season, liver sound. Shoo. In, out. In, out. Nice stretch on the liver here. Okay. In, out. In, out. In, out. Sit back. In, out. Shoo. In. That should have been who, I'm sorry. In, out. Shoo. In. Sit back. Turn my waist, turn my front foot out 45 degrees. Step to center. Step out. Shoo. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Sit back. Now looking all around for food. Shoo. Sit back. Looking all around. Hoo. In. Out. Shoo. In. Out. In. Out. Try to feel its tiger spirit. In. Out. Sit back. Sit back, inhale. Exhale, shoo. One more. In. Out. Shoo. Remember to relax the shoulders. In. Sit back and circle. Whoo. Shoo. Sit back and circle. Whoo. Now, we need to do a turn. So, something like this, and then shoo, out, in, out, in, out. Sit back, circle, shoo, sit back, circle, whoo. Now, next one, tiger claw in and out, in, let me start that again. Tiger claw in and out, in and out. In, sit back, open up the hypochondrium. Turn, stretch the liver. Now, sit back more, empty the right foot and turn the waist, turn the right foot out 45 degrees. In, out. I like to lift the hand up and get a nice stretch on the organ. In, hypochondrium open, out. Twist on the knee, front foot still straight ahead. In. Now I turn the front foot out. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Shoo. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Shoo. In. Out. In. Out. Now, next one, tiger pouncing. 1, 2, 3. Turn your right foot out, step to center, and pounce. No sound on this one, except for the landing. In, out, in, out, in, out. Now, I'm going to turn around. In, out, in, out, in. Turn the front foot out, step to center, launch off the front foot, okay? In, out, in, out, in, out. Okay, so that's the tiger pouncing. Now I've got to turn. And I'll do one more pounce. I transform the clawing claws to the piercing claws. Let me reset so I'm in the center. So, in, out, spleen sound. In, out, in, out. Now, this is a challenge for the space we're in because you can only do about 2 tiger piercings before you're out of the camera frame. So, in. So I was here, right? Yeah. 1, 2, I step across, see the feet. 3, shoo. Elbow up, palm obliquely up. So not to the side, not flat to the ceiling because I can't do that actually, but you wouldn't want to even if you could, okay? And it's a nice stretch on the liver. Other hand, again, obliquely up. Shoo, shoo. Step to center, lift your leg and step out. But in this case, I'm going to turn and step out. In, out. Now, my rear foot is at a 45-degree angle to straight ahead. I could keep it there and sink like this. That's hard at my age. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my foot so that I have a 135-degree angle between front and rear foot. This allows me to bend my knee in the same direction that the toes are pointing. This is very important. Shoo. Step the weight back, turn around, front foot out, step up, step across, and step out. Shoo, turn the rear foot out. Shoo, shoo. Now, I have to turn, and we get to tiger revolving. So I'll try to stick this together with the last piercing. Let me try to get this transition correct. Okay, here we go. So from the last piercing, I'm going to step up and across into this position. 1, 2, 3. So just exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Then, top hand up, bottom hand down. Step to center, step out. Foot points to the corner. Yeah, quarter. In. Almost all the way. It's on my front leg. Just the ball of my rear foot sticking down. In, out. In, out. Top hand up, rear hand down. Revolving. In, out. In, out. In, out. So notice the hands. Front hand, palm faces the rear. Top hand, palm faces obliquely upward. Again, you want to get the lift on the organ, okay? And then in and out. In, out. In, out. In, out. Out. In, out. In, out. In, out. Let me show you, since this is the last one we worked on, let me give you the other angle for it, okay? So, from piercing, now, step across and go into here. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. I'm going to step back so you can see my feet as I go to the next tiger revolving. So, hands revolved, like so. Step to center, step out, point the front foot, 45-degree angle to straight ahead. Revolve, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Okay? All right. Questions on tiger? It just takes practice.